Hey guys, what is up? My name's Ben Klein, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a layout on a kneeboard. Let's do it! Alright, so if you don't know what a layout is, it's also commonly known as a railie, or my favorite, the Superman trick. Everyone on the boat screams their head off for it. Everyone on the dock goes crazy. It's that one where you are flying like Superman, fully stretched out, arms in front of you, board behind you, freeing as can be. One of my favorite tricks for that reason. I have had so many requests to make this video, so I knew I just had to do it because everyone loves to watch this trick, and once you learn the right way to do it, you'll love to do this trick as well. So without any more babbling, let's get into it. Let's head over to the video and I'll walk you through it. Alright, so before we get into this too deep, I gotta tell you one thing. A lot of people, when doing a layout, when learning a layout initially, want to just throw the board straight behind them. But that doesn't actually work. Believe me, I tried that. My initial thought was all it is, you gotta throw it behind you. But that doesn't work because the boat is pulling you 20 miles an hour, we'll say, one direction, which means the line wants to pull you straight, okay? If you just throw the board behind you, it'll create a whole bunch of slack and you'll just never have that control bringing the board back or bringing the line and your whole body back into a normal riding position. It'll create a whole lot of trouble and become very unbalanced and really hard to land. So the right way to do this is using the pull of the boat to your advantage. I personally learned this from Spencer Leggett. If you don't know who Spencer is, he goes huge and has one of the best railies in the business. All right, so now that we've gone over the basics, let's just jump right into this and I'll walk you through the advanced body positions and the whole technique. Okay, so to start this off, personally, I take a full cut outside the wake, but I don't want you to do that right off the bat. Right off the bat, I want you to go about quarter to halfway outside the wake. This will make things a lot easier, a lot less intimidating, let's say. And then coming into the wake, I want you to progressively carve harder and harder. This will develop a ton of line load, which is instrumental in doing this trick well. So let's watch that. So here you can see I'm carving harder and harder and harder as I get into the wake. And as I approach the wake, I come off my carve a little bit here. But ideally you want to stay carving hard through the wake. Stay on your edge. This is all about line tension again. The more line tension you develop, the easier this trick will be. Because when you come off the top of the wake, if you are carving hard through the wake, this will create a snap of sorts that naturally pushes your head and shoulders forward and the board out behind you. So now that you've done your progressive carve all the way into the wake and up the wake, I need you to push your arms towards the boat, just like this. See how I rotate my body, hands and body towards the boat? Naturally, you want to just throw it behind you, like I said earlier, but that just gets everything out of balance. Here's a quick example of what happens if you do that. Now, yeah, that worked okay, but I didn't get the board fully behind me and my body was all out of sorts come time to land. So if you push your arms and shoulders towards the boat, your whole body will follow and go out sideways like you see in the shot right here. That allows you to use the boat to your advantage. The boat's pulling you away. It's pulling against you and you can't beat however much your boat weighs. It's gonna win every time. So you gotta use that to your advantage. In this case, you can use that to your advantage. And what I want you to do to begin with is go about this far. Push your arms out to the side, board out to the side, and then just bring it straight back over and over and over, and push your arms out further and further and further each time until you got just a little bend in your arms. After that, we'll get to the next part of the trick. So make sure you master that, and then you can start getting into the full layout position. To do that, let's watch this video. Right there, I square up my shoulders. So I'm sideways, and then the boat is trying to pull me forward. So I just kind of let it and square up my shoulders. Let's watch that again. See how I go towards the boat and then I square up my shoulders until I'm fully laid out. So that's what you want to do. You want to get your arms fully into the layout position, but you have to guide it there by squaring up your shoulders. So that's your upper half of the layout. For the board position, this is very important. It comes pretty naturally, but don't just get discouraged if it doesn't immediately. From this point to this point, just keep pushing the board out behind you a little bit further every time. And it's going to be easier for some people than others, so don't get discouraged if it doesn't work the first try. It took me a long time to get this just right. So keep pushing that board out behind you a little bit further and a little bit further while squaring up your shoulders. That's very important. And eventually you'll get to this full layout position. Ta-da! Congratulations, you've done a layout. Now, the most important part, pulling in. I personally can say from experience, if you don't pull in, you'll have a heck of a belly flop. And maybe you'll go viral because it's a pretty funny crash. But I personally recommend always pulling in. Now, when you get to the full apex of your jump, whether you're just going sideways, which is called a bank out, by the way, or whether you're going fully laid out, you will feel a strong pull from the boat. The line tension will get stronger, you'll feel a strong pull, and that's your cue. It's time to pull this trick back in. So when you feel that strong pull about the apex of your jump, it doesn't take much. Just give it a nice, steady, quick pull into your hip, into your lead hip, and prepare for landing, just like this. See that quick pull into my lead hip right here. And then prepare for landing just like any other trick. My advice to you is, when you're in the air, it's going to take some time to develop this skill, but when you're in the air, lock in on a point. Choose that point and don't ever let your eyes leave it coming down. This will help a lot when it comes to landings. And then come impact time right here. You see how I am looking up at this point? So you want to be locked in on your point until you touch it, and then I personally look out as far as I can onto the horizon. This helps me just stay centered. Now, I ride on a very large lake, so a lot of times there isn't anything to look at specifically. If you ride on an inland lake, pick a tree, pick a house, pick anything, any feature to lock on. That'll help keep your whole body centered. At least it does for me. See how I'm looking out, looking out, looking out, not looking down, because your body follows where your eyes are looking. So when you're spotting your landing, your body will go there. But if you hit the water and then look down at the water terrified, guess where your head and shoulders are going to go? Right into the water. So make sure you're looking up and out, and you'll land it 9 out of 10 times. So let's just walk back through it quick. I won't go in full detail, but let's just walk through it quick one last time. So you have your progressive carve in, your carve up the wake, head, arms, and shoulders towards the boat. Square up your shoulders, pull back in when you feel the tension, and then prepare for landing. And congratulations, you've done your layout, or you've done your Rayleigh, or you've done your Superman, whatever you want to call it. You just did an awesome trick, and all your buddies are going to think you're the coolest person in the world. Everyone on the dock is going to think you're the coolest person in the world. And I'm going to think you're the coolest person in the world, because kneeboarding layouts is what everybody wants to see. Well, I hope that was helpful, or at least enjoyable for you guys. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought. What can I do better next time? What did you like about it? And most importantly, what do you want to see in the future? I got a ton of ideas for tutorials, but if you want to see something specific, whether it's jump in the wake, all the way to combo tricks, let me know, and maybe I'll just put it out here soon. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate all the support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy my content. I got a whole bunch of new stuff coming soon, and I'll catch you in a future one.